Gotta get it out. So the other day when we were talking on the phone, all right, we gotta do something about this. When we were talking on the phone and you were telling me about your analogy of the umbrella, I pictured it in my head. Like, I think I'm gonna draw it out. Like, the umbrella is totally covering you, and then there's like a bunch of different words hitting you. I was telling my son about it last night. I thought it was a great analogy.
Yeah, I didn't remember what you were talking about. So when you first brought that up, something about an umbrella. What the hell? I didn't say anything about an umbrella, but okay, I remember. Because I was talking about, I think I was saying that with all of the things that I'm dealing with right now, I feel like I'm in a storm.
Yes.
But I have an umbrella, so I'm not feeling the full effects of the storm.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I could picture it, and I'm gonna draw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it a picture or something.
Can you draw?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I'm very artistic. I can draw.
No. Like, are you good?
Yes.
Because, like, I'm, like, really, really good.
I'm not good at drawing people, though.
I'm really good at stick figures. Like, are you, like, good? Like, can you do better than stick figures?
Yes. Okay. I already know you do stick figures from watching Quotes and Mirrors. Stupid.
That's me.
Oh, my God. So, here we are. I needed a host. And I picked Terrell James, a.k.a. Relic. Of all the people on the planet.
Right.
But we vibe so well together that it's perfect for vibing with Veiga.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And I'm glad that you picked me. I think that with the connection that we have and the way that we're able to bounce off of each other, especially just the regular conversations that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we been on the phone and we were like, this could have been a podcast?
Yeah, definitely. You know? Every conversation, really.
So it's like, so this right here is going to be so organic. I'm not even worried about. I'm honestly, there are like cameras there, but so what? So what? This is just going to be a conversation.
Yeah.
All of these episodes are just going to be conversations like what we do on the phone.
Right. And it's going to help me because everybody knows I don't like being in front of camera.
Yeah.
I like taking pictures though, so I can do my signature pose.
Right. Yeah. You want to talk about your signature pose? How did you get that signature pose?
So my signature pose came about through Rakeem, aka 151, one of my business partners. He also does videography and photography. And
it's funny how you're talking about him like he's not right there.
Yeah, but I hadn't introduced him yet, so. Oh my God, I see. You know what? But anyway, Rakeem always says that I take my picture. I always take a picture with at least one hand on my hip. And it's true. And I had to really think, why do I do that? But I realized it's actually a rebellion because when I was younger, my mom told me that I couldn't put my hand on my hip because she always said, get your hand off your imagination. And I didn't understand what that meant until now I got a little bit of hips. And I was like, oh. But anyway, whenever I take my pictures, Rakeem always says, go ahead, do your signature pose. So we actually have a segment on the show called Signature Pose, dedicated to Rakeem, aka 151, who's right over there.
So the segment for signature pose, like, are you like actually standing up and doing your signature pose?
No.
What's the segment about? Or do
it's really just a series of questions that I'm going to ask on every single show.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. But this is Vibin with Veiga Backstage, so it's a little bit different than the regular Vibin with Veiga show, which was only an audio show.
Right.
And this is also episode 131.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What made you decide to go from the audio to the visual and to actually, because it looks like you're expanding because you went from Vibin with Veiga to Vibin with Veiga Backstage.
Yes.
So what made you decide to make this transition?
So the transition came about, a lot of people asked to come on the show. And at the time, I was actually recording at home in front of my fish tanks. So I couldn't really like bring you in. No, come in. Sitting here with my fish. So I needed to come and do a live show. And also I'm trying to, it's a new year. And I'm not saying it's my year or anything like that, but every year is my year because you make it what you want it to be. And I need to show my personality because I have a lot of it, but people don't know. They think I'm mean, because I am. But I'm also very nice.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that side
Well,
of you,
thank you.
so that's
A little bit. So I'm a little bit mean, but I'm also. I think it's not so that I'm mean. I'm just very forward. I'm very honest, and in honesty, sometimes you get your feelings hurt,
Mhm.
and then I don't always mean it that way, but it happens, and sometimes I say it's because I'm also Asian. We just say whatever. So like I get my feelings hurt every time it's a family reunion. So I'm just like, y'all gonna be okay. Yeah, but I think doing a live show would be great because now I'm the artist, and not just artist. Of course, I'm an independent artist promoter, but I work with all different types of people and businesses, and everybody can come and vibe with me. And it's not stuffy. It's not a stuffy room because I'm not stuffy. So I think it's going to be a great platform for people to come and vibe.
Mhm. I like that. I like that.
Thanks.
Um, and I said to you a while back that I think you needed to do visuals, and you were telling me that you didn't want to.
Yeah.
So I only bring that up to say that I'm going to take credit for this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah,
You just want to
yeah.
say I was right?
I didn't even think about putting it that way, but yeah, that works.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah.
works. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
right. Absolutely right.
That's funny.
I was
Yeah, but
absolutely right.
I think it's great. And
Mhm.
then we get to cross promote, bring different people on board
Mhm.
that you know, I haven't met. You'll meet people that you haven't met. So I
Mhm.
think it'll be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be great. Um, and I think that um, I'm very picky with who I do shows with because there has to be a connection. There has to be a vibe,
Definitely.
you know. And just going back to even the way we met,
Yes.
and that very first conversation that we had, we were supposed to be talking about business, and we just spent like the first 2 hours just laughing and just talking
Yeah.
about whatever.
I think
And
we talked about business about 5 minutes
right,
at the end.
right. But the crazy thing was, even just that 5 minutes of talking about business, we both realized we need to be locked in when it comes to
Yeah,
business
definitely.
with each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's been what, about almost 2 years now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we tell the world how we met? I don't like my mic over here.
I mean, yeah, I'll tell the world how we met. That
Yeah, tell them.
you reached out to me because you wanted me to do an interview for one of your artists
Yes.
that you were managing. And at the time, I was getting a lot of people sending me messages about that. And I ignored everybody because when I wasn't ignoring people, it turned out to be a bunch of bull.
Right.
And I was like, I just started. I was this close to ignoring you. I was this close. But something, and I don't remember what it was about the message, but there was something about that message that made me say, just take a chance. Let's just see. And I'm so glad that I did.
What's crazy is that when you responded to me, you put your phone number and told me to call you.
Mhm.
And I was like, I don't know this nigga. I'm not calling him. I was like, I'm not calling him. But I felt the same thing. Something told me, just do it
Mhm.
and just see. And so I called you while I was driving because I love to talk on the phone while I'm driving.
Mhm.
And then I ended up pulling over and I was supposed to be going into the store. And I think I sat in the car and talked to you for another hour before I even went in the store.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But it just worked out.
Right. Yeah. And here we are.
Yeah. Here we are. I'm stuck
Yeah.
with you forever.
Right. Yeah. And part of what we were discussing, um, it actually leads into what we want to talk about today.
Okay.
And that was how everybody can't go with you to where you're going. We were talking about the paths that we're on,
Right.
and it was like there was a lot of venting that you did. There was a lot of venting that I did about
Yes.
some of the people that have come and gone,
Yes.
that have been with us, but we realized, everybody just can't be on this journey with you, on your way to success. And um, one thing that I've started doing actually is getting excited when somebody leaves.
Yeah. It seems like it's weird, but it's great.
Yeah,
It's like a weight that gets lifted off of you. It's like the trash took itself out.
exactly. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. One of the things I say, um, so, people when you're headed somewhere, people who are not supposed to be there, they have to get out of your way one way or another, right? So either they remove themselves,
Yes.
either you remove them, or God removes them.
Yes,
But however
definitely.
they gotta go, they gotta go.
Yeah. And sometimes it comes like out of nowhere. You get blindsided, but it just works out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And sometimes they are people that you don't expect.
It's always someone you don't expect.
Yeah.
It's always someone close to you too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's when it gets a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because the personal side of you starts to react to that.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, I don't like this. I thought you were going to be with me forever.
Yeah. You know? Ride or die.
Right.
But
I've gotten better with that now. When it's like, all right, you got out the car. All right, make sure, hey, close my door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And don't leave nothing in here.
Yeah, don't. I mean you
don't leave nothing in my car.
But I'm gonna throw it out on my way, and you're going to pick it up, you know. But yeah, bye. Yeah, I'm gone. Bye. You know, one of the things so one of my favorite movies is Boys in the Hood, right? And
sorry. So Rakeem took away my black card years ago, y'all, and I ain't never got it back. Okay, but it's a story behind why I never saw it. But we're gonna get to that. But yeah, but yeah, I know about it.
So wait, one of the scenes. Okay, have you heard of Morris Chestnut?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I know. I was playing. I was being facetious.
Okay, I actually had a dream about him.
All right, we're not.
Okay.
His name is Ricky in the movie. Mm-hmm. He gets killed.
Right.
He gets killed. I'm not going to do the whole spoiler alert because if you haven't seen the movie that came out, I think it was 91 or 92.
Then you're also not black.
Right, exactly.
Pull your black card as well.
But after he gets killed, Ice Cube and Cuba Gooding Jr. they're on their way, and I think a couple of Ice Cube's homeboys they're on their way to go get the guys that killed Ricky. Ice Cube and Morris Chestnut they were brothers in the movie.
Okay.
They Doughboy and Ricky are their names.
Right. Okay. I know the characters.
Okay. All right. And Cuba Gooding his name is Trey. Right. So as they're on their way, Trey says to Doughboy, "You'll let me out." Mm. They're on their way to go kill the guys that killed Ricky. Right.
Right.
Hold on. Before I say this, can I cuss? You okay with cussing?
Yeah, we can cuss, but only like I'm gonna keep it to a minimum. Okay. Okay. All right. Because my daddy is gonna be so supportive and watch my show. Okay. I only want him to learn, but so much about me.
I just want to know.
But yeah, you can cuss.
Sometimes I get
me too.
When I'm talking about this. Okay. So, Trey says to Doughboy, "You'll let me out."
Right.
And they let him out, and then they go on and they go handle their business, right? So this is how I look at everything that I'm doing, right? I'm Doughboy. Now, whoever else is in the car, if you need to get out because you ain't built for what we about to go do, then get the fuck out.
Yep.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. And every time somebody gets out the car, I push that gas a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gone. Hey, no hard feelings.
Right.
I ain't mad at you because if you realize that you ain't built for what we built for, then I'm cool with that. Go ahead, handle your business.
Have you ever noticed that when somebody removes themselves from your life, that you elevate? Every single time, like no joke, and we'll probably get into this later since Rakeem is here, but anytime I have a breakup, like I elevate so much afterwards. Like they was just holding me back. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know that I'm beyond that now, but it's just I've noticed anytime like I just elevate so much more, and like I don't know, it's like a freedom in it.
Let's talk about your breakup.
No, how about we don't? I was just saying in general. I'm very happy where I'm at right now. Let's just say that. But I did use a Vibin with Veiga show to heal myself. A lot of people don't know that. Well, if you listen to the show, you do know a lot about me. But I would say on the show that not every single situation applied to me directly. Sometimes it's something that I saw somebody go through, or I was in a situation, like I had a friend that had a whole breakdown in front of me, and it didn't sit well with me, so I did a show about it. And it helped heal myself, you know? So I used my show to heal myself. And then I got to a point where I felt, okay, I'm good. Now what do I talk about? And so I stopped doing the show so that we could prepare to go live. And here we are.
So, since you've done your own healing journey,
Yes.
maybe now it's time to help other people heal as well.
Definitely. Yeah. And I know that I actually help people on my show. You know, because I've had people comment or, you know, and contact me. So that part makes me feel really good that I was able to talk about a topic that someone else was actually going through. Like one of my topics was about are you in a mentally abusive relationship? And it was actually something that I was going through, but nobody knew because, like, I mean, come on, I'm so smart. Like, I know better, but sometimes you still, just because you know better, you don't do better.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've spoken to several women that have told me they've been in both physically and emotionally abusive relationships, and they say that emotional and psychological abuse is far worse
Most definitely.
than physical.
Yeah.
Because with physical, you can fight back.
Yeah. And I'm a fighter. Like, my dad's crazy. Like, he raised us to be crazy. So, yeah, I would definitely knock your ass out.
Yeah, you told me at the very first conversation.
It ain't a secret. My family is wild too, so it's like, you know, yeah, we're not going to throw hands, but you know that mental, it will get to you, and especially like women too, always think that they're stronger than the person that's mentally abusing you. Like you think that I got this because I'm stronger than that, but eventually, like we talked about in the car earlier, like that negativity seeps in and negativity is stronger than positivity in some aspects. Like it's very strange. But I don't know. You know how they say one bad apple will spoil the whole bunch? Like if you just let the apple sit there long enough, it really will just the rest of the basket of fruit will just, you know, wither. But
Yeah.
It's weird how that works.
Yeah, I've had conversations with people where it's like, 10 people could tell you that you're beautiful. One person can say that you're ugly. And what that one person said will sit with you
Yeah.
more than what those 10 people said. But what it really comes down to is how do you feel about you?
Right.
Because
first of all, I would never think that I'm ugly. I don't know if I'm a narcissist or what, but yeah, that would
that
never
doesn't
work.
make you narcissistic. That makes you God's child. Because God doesn't create anything ugly.
True.
So if you know who you are and what you are and who you came from, then it's like you can say whatever you want to about me. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I already know who I am because I know who created me.
Yeah. I think I've always been that way. Like, a lot of negativity, especially being in the industry, a lot of negativity can be around me. And sometimes I don't even, like, I know, but I don't know because I'm so wrapped up in all that I'm got going on that I don't pay attention to the fact that you don't like me or you call me this or you're spreading all these rumors about me. Like, I don't pay attention to it. And then later on, I'll be like, oh, damn. That nigga never did like me. I'm like, oh, that's why you act like that, you know? And I was like, I mean, I just didn't pay attention to it. And I don't know if you know DJ Joe Ice. Well, DJ Joe Ice was my partner for the House of Hip Hop. And one thing that he told me that he really liked about me was that I'm so genuine that sometimes I don't see things. Because we were doing the parties on Friday night. Now, mind you, we had a venue, and I had 3 events a week at that venue. So we had the House of Hip Hop, which was so dope, and then we had comedy show where I would put R&B artists on doing the inserts, and then we also had a party on Friday night. So we were at the party one time, and I was like, "Can you just hurry up with you and your little groupies?" And he was like, "Really, Vega? I got groupies?" He said, "That's what I love about you." He said, "You don't realize everybody in here is fucking groupie for you." He was just like, "You have so many groupies, but you're so genuine that you don't even realize that they're groupies." And I was like, I just don't pay attention to stuff like that. I just thought they were being nice carrying all my stuff. They did in high school, so why wouldn't they do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what was funny? So you have ADD.
Definitely.
I have ADHD. The topic that we decided that we were going to talk about is how everybody can't go with you. We have spoken about 72 things. We did talk about it, but we have spoken about 72 things. And this, I really feel like we should change the name of the show to Vibin with ADD or something
You
like
know
that.
what? That's what our book's gonna be called.
It's crazy. This show is really going to be all over the place with the two of us.
But I have a structure.
Yeah. I looked down at that's actually what made me say that because I looked down at that. I was like, wait.
I have a structure of how the show's supposed to operate.
Yeah, those are just like suggestions.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
It's kind of like the speed limit. It's just a suggestion.
It's true. Until you get that ticket in the mail.
That's true.
Yeah, I got one now. I don't know how. I literally had to go find the street and be like, where was I at? Because how did I get this ticket? But anyway, about haters. What are we talking about?
Your ticket, yo.
I'm gonna pay it. Everyone cannot go to the top with us.
Everybody cannot go.
No.
Cannot go. And some people, one of the things that you have to be aware of as you are rising, especially when you're in a position of leadership, you have to be aware of the people around you that as you started, they seemed very supportive, but as you start rising, they now start to become envious. It's one of the penalties for leadership.
Definitely.
And those people become very dangerous because in the beginning, when you are first starting out, sometimes when you're on that ground level, you start to open up to the point that this person sees your vulnerable side.
Right.
And it's very dangerous when somebody who knows your vulnerabilities becomes envious.
Definitely.
Because they now also know how to hurt you.
That's true.
And in some instances, they know how to control you. So I try to make it very. I make it a practice to not show my vulnerabilities to people. Period.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
That's reserved for the people that are the absolute closest to me, and even sometimes with them, I don't show it. Not because I think they're going to take advantage of it, but I just sometimes I'm like, I just don't feel like showing it. I just don't feel like showing my vulnerabilities. But especially when it comes to business, I'm not showing the things that make me vulnerable because if we get to a certain point, I don't want you to feel as though you can use these things against me.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, that's and going back to everybody can't go where you go. One of the things that you have to be very mindful of is you have to know, first of all, what is your destination? At that destination, who are the people that are in those rooms? Because the last thing that you want to do is to get to your destination, and then when you knock on that door, they answer the door, and they say, "Oh, I'm happy to see you." And then they look over in the car and they say, "Hold up, who's that in the car with you?" And you say, "Oh, that's so and so." Really? They were on this journey with you?
Right.
Nah, you can't come in here. And then they close the door.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah. So you got to be very careful about who's in the car with you. Sometimes Trey will be like, "Hey, Doughboy, let me out." Other times, Doughboy got to realize Trey ain't supposed to be in this car. See, that was the other thing about that situation. Doughboy should have known. You ain't built for this, Trey.
Right, yeah.
Trey was never in the streets.
Right.
He was never cut from that.
He was like the Ja Rule that 50 Cent wants us all to know about.
Oh, wow. This took a turn. Like this. Oh, okay.
I love 50.
Exactly. So
sorry, y'all. That was that Scandinavian Irish that came out.
So, but I mean, yeah, but you gotta realize when you Doughboy, when you're the one that's at the wheel, you gotta realize who ain't supposed to be in that car with you. So sometimes whenever this comes out and certain people say this, it's gonna be a little weird because I'm gonna tell them right now.
It's a wrap.
Y'all are about to get kicked out the damn car.
Hey, it happens.
And she know who I'm talking about.
I don't know shit.
Some of y'all got to go.
Hey,
some of y'all got to go. Man.
I'm all about kicking people out.
Yeah, absolutely. I started getting excited. I remember at one point in my life, I was when I lost certain relationships, it was disappointing. It was upsetting.
Mm.
It's not anymore.
Yeah.
It's not. I get excited now. I really get excited when a relationship ends because I now see and understand what it is.
I see it as a growth. So I'm like, oh, what was I supposed to learn from that?
Exactly, and that's the thing. You gotta walk away with the lesson. You gotta walk away with the lesson. So now it's like I know you're not supposed to be here. Not only that, the lesson here now is if I see anything that resembles you, I know not to let them get in the car.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. Because it will come back. Yeah. It'll be somebody else in a different body.
Exactly.
You think we should introduce our guest or what?
Yeah, let's do that. I think you should introduce.
I should introduce our guest. Yeah.
It's vibing with Veiga. It ain't vibing with me too.
It's vibing with Relic. All right, so we want to introduce 151, aka Raheem Bell, or Raheem Bell, aka 151, who I named the signature pose after.
So we out here just giving my whole government.
My bad, sorry. But it say that on your Facebook page and stuff. Like it say it on social media. Oh,
you know.
Follow him at Raheem Bell.
Hold on, let me fix this camera.
Okay.
So that we can see since she's giving out my whole government name.
My bad. Like, we should have talked about that before the show.
I don't have ex-girlfriends that I owe money to or some shit.
Oh no! Hey, we letting the past be the past. Shake them off.
Yeah, you know, a bad relationship is a bad relationship. But from what I love this show. I think you and Relic have like great chemistry, and I think that's what
thank you.
Really, to be honest with you, I really don't even I could have been not even needed because the way that y'all actually the quote unquote vibe off each other, I think that is something significant.
Thank you.
So
it was the perfect choice.
I think so. And here's the truth to anybody that's on a podcast. I can say this: you can write anything you want. When you hit go, it's out the window.
Pretty much.
Because you got to go where your heart feels, what the topic is and stuff. I really love the Doughboy analogy.
Yeah, even if I messed it up and was so white. Sorry.
But here's the thing, what was said about that too is, Doughboy recognized he wasn't supposed to be in that car.
Yeah.
He said
that's commendable too.
He said you get out, go ahead and get out. And I love that because when success is something that it's not made for everybody. Like just the people you start with ain't gonna be the people you finish with.
Right.
And a lot of people who you start with aren't gonna be happy that you finish without them.
True.
You're gonna as you get, and success is made to be uncomfortable. So if you think success is about, oh yeah, I'm good, no, it's double uncomfortability. Success is sitting in an hour. It is sitting in a van for hours, and then you may get to perform for 5 minutes.
True. Mm-hmm.
Success is about getting here, and another show is on, and you have to wait for several hours for that show to end, and then you get to start.
Right. You have to do. Yeah.
That's part of success. Success is really uncomfortable. It really is, and a lot of times when we think of success, we think it's quick. We think of it's going to, all my friends are going to be there to love me for it. There are people that's going to hate you because you're successful.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if they failed in life, they kind of don't want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
And you have to be weary of friends like that.
Mm-hmm. And family members.
Friends, family.
Yes.
A lot of them don't want to see you succeed. And you have to be able to keep going and keep moving and do it. And success is being invested in other people. One thing about success is this: you have to make other people successful.
Yeah, definitely takes a team.
I was reading a book by Russell Simmons, and he was just like, one of the things about millionaires and billionaires is they make other millionaires and billionaires.
Right, definitely. Mm-hmm.
So you have to do those things to make other people successful. And you have to watch their team, because if you have people that aren't building with you like that, so you got that person who's on your team, and he found a way how to get a free $100 every day, but he doesn't tell you about it. You got to watch them people.
Exactly.
He doesn't want you to be more successful than he is.
Right.
They're afraid that you're going to find a way to make that $100 into $200, and now you make more than them. You have to be careful of people like that. So I get it. Like, there's always going to be somebody better than you. You accept that, and you move on, and you continue to do you.
Definitely.
And we were just talking about this in the car. It's more easier for a person to pull you down for you to pull them up.
Mm-hmm.
And the analogy was, I was watching something on, I don't know, Instagram, TikTok, whatever social media was. And the lady was on like a block or something. And the guy told her to pull this person up. And she couldn't. And then he told the other person, pull her down. And her ass went right off that block.
Right, came flying.
It was easy. And those are the things you got to be with. So people be worried because there are people, they could be your friends. They could be your family members. They could be the person you sleep with next to at night. They could be the person that doesn't want you to be successful.
Yeah. Very true.
I once had a girl that told me back in the days, oh, if you became successful, I'd have to leave you. We're never going to make it.
Right. We're going to succeed.
Because my mentality is, why would I want to be mediocre? And if you're around me and you want me to be mediocre, you don't want me to be successful, obviously, I don't care how good the sex is, you're not the girlfriend.
Right, definitely.
I mean, we did have some wild times.
Oh, wow. TMI. So for all the people that haven't met you yet or don't read the newsletter, like, I don't know why you wouldn't read Me on the Stage newsletter, but can you tell the audience what you do?
I insult people for a living.
That is true, actually.
Yeah,
he's also very uplifting in his own way, believe it or not.
I verbally abuse people on a daily basis. I do photography. I do podcasting. I do. I'm an engineer for podcasting. I guess I consult with artists every now and then. When they fucking up,
which they do a lot.
So if I tell artists all the time, they may have a whack song and they'll play it. I'm like, that ain't it.
Yeah,
that ain't your hit.
That's one thing I like about you. And people don't like you either. Because you're honest, and I like honest people.
We worked this on the show, but somebody called in, and he sent me some B-side material, and I told him one day, I was like, "This is B-side material," and he was like, "I got better songs." I said, "Well, you should have sent them."
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I think y'all just hating. I'm not hating. If you text me in the box when I was doing at the bar and said, "Hey, I got some music I want to send," and you send me subpar music, like you knew that shit was subpar when you sent it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be mad when my opinion is that agrees with what you sent. You sent because when you said, "Well, I got better music," then you didn't send it.
Right.
Even when we did the Tight Arts Awards, we had guys come in when we did the Tight Arts Awards.
Yeah.
They would come in and they'd be like, "Oh, this track is this," and then we listen to it and I'd be like, hot garbage. Like, this shit is trash.
Yeah.
And they'd be mad, be like, you just hating. I'm not hating if it's if your answer is, here, pay attention, artist, I'm going to say this nice and slowly for you. If I say your music is not is either garbage or it's not the best, and your answer is, well, I have better material, then you already answered my question.
Yes.
Because if you're going to make a first impression and you do not send your best track to make that first impression, then who is it that lost the fan? Me or you?
Exactly.
You failed.
Yep. And I'm the program director at Relic Radio with my partner Relic.
Let's go, Relic.
They're here on Next Level Radio.
And that's an important thing because I'm going to tell you why. When you send me the music, and if it's hot and you send me the right track, then I'm calling Veiga. This shit's hot.
Right.
Let me send it to you.
Yes.
I can hit a Relic. Yo, this shit is bananas. Let me send it to you.
Yep.
But when you send me mediocre stuff, I am not
yes,
calling up my folks so they can look at me and be like, yo, bruh,
Right. What is wrong with you?
So next time I see him, he be like, "Yeah, take the fucking picture because don't send me no more music. Just take the picture because that last music you sent me, bro, and I wouldn't even be mad because if it's trash, it's trash. But if he's, he says, yo, bro, that last music you sent me wasn't it.
Yeah.
If you say, yo, 151, what was that garbage you sent me?
We've shared a lot of music and been like, what is this? Like, I'm not airing this. And you're like, you're not airing it either. I'll be like, okay, well, next. Well, I'll send you a good track then. I'll be like, yo, sometimes, like, we've even watched music videos together. Be like, seriously? Like, what are you thinking? But there's really great artists out there. I don't want everybody to think we're just down on artists. There's really great artists. We're just talking about the bad ones right now.
But at the same time, too, well, one, as an artist, you got to deal with criticism.
Yes,
whether
true.
you're an artist, you're an actor, or anything. Criticism comes with the game. And you have to be able to accept it, deal with it, and grow from it.
Facts.
So, if I did something bad, they got to be like, yo, and someone calls me on it, then I can grow from it or complain about it. But I can just tell you now, you complaining will not make me lose sleep. I'm going to sleep good. I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to continue my day. And for people, we're shooting a movie right now. Don't come get me if you don't want my opinion.
Right.
Because I'm very opinionated. I tell people, that line's trash, or that dude's not doing good. Because you're not going to waste my time.
Yes.
Time is more valuable than money. And that's how I look at things. You can offer me money. I make money regardless, son. So offer me money is not going to change my perspective. You can I'll give you $1 million. Don't give you $1 million. You're still trash, and I'm not assigning my name to trash.
Exactly. So on the Vibin with Veiga show, we have what I call the signature pose, which I dedicate to you for making fun of me every time you take my pictures.
So we got like 200 pictures. First of all, and I should have started with this. Rest in peace, GOP. That's my brother, and I'm always gonna, when I do podcasts, and I'm always gonna remember him.
Yes.
But we used to do all these shows, and I introduced him to Veiga, and Veiga came, and we had all these artists and all these pictures, and I used to take all the pictures. Sometimes the pictures I ain't even in, but Veiga had this one damn pose. Like every time the camera flipped, and then I'm that type of person that I look through everything. So I was taking a picture one day, and I was just like, yo, stop putting your hand on your damn hip, because you do that. You've done that for the last 45 pictures that we take.
But I didn't even realize I do it.
Keep in mind, we came on at 1:30 in the morning, and we be booked for like 8 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Veiga will come through.
I came through every other week.
Yeah, and then I was like, look, sorry, if you put your hand on your hip one more
I swear I got threatened. So I'm gonna ask you 5 questions if you don't mind asking. And like I said, it's called the signature pose because it's gonna be the signature of Vibin with Veiga, because I'm gonna ask every artist these questions. Okay. And last week, Relly and I answered these questions. So, all right, question number 1 is, what is the importance of humility? Humility. It's human out, y'all. Well, yeah, what's the importance of being humble as your platform grows?
You have to. Being narcissistic at times. Like, one, you should believe in yourself, right? Mm-hmm. But you can believe in yourself without having to shit on other people or look down on other people.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I
agree. It's saying, and you should be able, and if you're not too, if you're humble, you can learn from other people.
Definitely.
Like, damn, I didn't know I could do that, or I didn't know how to do that, or this, that. So I think, it provides opportunity. And opportunity to grow.
That's a good answer. All right, number 2 is, what is the importance of saying thank you, and who would you like to say thank you to?
The importance of thank you is showing respect. There's a lot of people I can say thank you to, but don't nobody talk about my mom.
Oh, that's so
she
sweet.
gave me this thing called life.
Right.
And then she gave me these other things called siblings, and I don't know about the sibling part,
right.
But the life part was good.
All right, number 3. Sorry, y'all, I can't see anymore. I used to have 20/20. We're going to talk about infrastructure. Like, who is behind your talent? Who's your team in your system?
I got several members of my team. I mean, we got everybody from shout out to DMG, shout out to Veiga.
Thanks.
I got my man, Jamil. I got Renegade. I mean, if I named everybody, we'd be here like every
Yeah, all day. Be like, I'll be like this.
Dave, I got the artists that I work with. It's I'm a part of a lot of teams. Keys, it's just a lot. It's like Wu-Tang.
Right. That's good. Teams is very important. It takes a team to be successful. Actually, you can't make it by yourself.
There's no such thing as a solo artist. First of all,
yeah, definitely.
It's a team of people pushing. For one member, it may be 20 people pushing that. Nelly sold 10 million records because the record label liked him, and the St. Lunatics was the team that helped push him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's how you grow. Growth is knowing that I need a team to be successful.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, what is one mistake that changed how you move?
One mistake that changed how I move? I would say trusting people sometimes. Trusting the wrong person will you thought that dude was your friend.
Right.
You thought that dude was your ally. And then you found out that dude was plotting on you and stuff like that. Like I had a roommate that literally was jealous of me trying to set up shows behind my back and didn't know what it took to create a show.
Right.
I've had, people that will be, you're doing your thing and you're being successful doing your thing, and they're mad because they're not doing their thing. So, I just be aware of who you keep around, because you have to see those signs. You got to watch those people when you like, I got my podcast, and they be like, oh, your little podcast.
Yeah, I hate when people use the word little. I can't stand that. Ain't shit little over here.
When they see it, they be like, oh, how your little photography thing?
Right. Mm-hmm. How your little business doing?
How your little business doing? Mm-hmm. So you have to pay attention to people like that.
Yeah.
And then when you see the signs, it's like any bad relationship. When you see the signs, you just gotta back off of them.
Yeah, definitely. I saw this meme one time that said, they were like, didn't you see the red flags? And it was like, yeah, I thought it was a circus. So I decided that I'm no longer going to be the ringmaster in the circus.
You have to. Because people in general will sit up there and if they can drain you or if they can find a way for you to fail, they'll it's more entertaining to watch the city burn than to put it out.
Wow.
So they'll put something on fire, they'll watch you burn, and it's more entertaining for them to watch you burn rather than get you a cup of water to put it out.
Wow. That was deep. All right, so number 5 of the signature pose dedicated to 151 is, if everything disappeared tomorrow, the fame, the industry, we weren't doing music anymore, who are you? Who would you be? Who are you?
I'll still be a jerk.
Oh my God.
Just a jerk with a camera and a podcast. I'm still going to be opinionated. I'm still going to be me. I mean, whether I took pictures or anything, like I give my little sisters advice when they do stupid stuff. I give my nephew advice when he do stupid stuff. Like, I'm still going to be me. Like, people be like, oh, you a hater. Yes. Like, if you do something stupid, I'm not going to be a fan of it. That's what makes me a hater. Cool. I'm cool with that. I'm still going to be a jerk. I'm still going to be me. Like, when my nephew, I got a little nephew, they be like, hey, don't do that. They be like, why? Because I'll beat you. How about that? Like, that's never going to change.
I've actually heard him on the phone with his nephews. It's true.
When Renegade was a baby, yo, don't do that. I'm going to beat you. When I got my other little ones now, other little nephews, yo, they babies too. Well, they ain't babies, but they like toddlers, like 5 and 6. I still tell them all the time, don't do that. I'll beat you.
I'm that aunt too. I'd be like, do you want me to go get the spoon?
One of my nephews the other day, he raised his hand at me. I said, this don't play out good for you, right?
Right.
He thought about it. He was like, yeah. I said, you know which uncle I am, right? Your mommy may not beat you, but I'll beat you in front of her. Like, you beat her too.
Oh my God.
So like, I'd still be the same jerk. It's not going to change. Look, you are who you are. money and success should never change who you are. To change your personality.
Right, I agree. Just your address.
Your address, yes.
Address is definitely going to change.
Your car, yes. You know how you living, yes, but to the core of your being, no.
Right, I agree.
At the end of the day, I'm 151. Like I'm Raheem. I'm gonna tell jokes. I'm gonna insult people, and I'm probably gonna hurt somebody's feelings in the next 10 to 20 seconds. That's just me.
Wait, that would be us.
Not
oh, not now. Okay, not now. Okay.
I go back to work.
Okay. Yeah. That's funny.
I'm gonna tell somebody a truth that they don't want to hear, or tell them something that, hey, somebody's gonna say something smart, and I'll be like, oh, for real? And they think it's gonna get to me, and then I'm just gonna say something to hit them with an ether, and they're gonna be like, well, damn. I didn't know he was going like that.
Right.
I woke up like this.
All right, Lady Gaga. Well, Raheem, I want to thank you for vibing with Veiga Backstage. You're my official guest of Vibing with Veiga Backstage.
Well, I like to commend both of y'all. I think you are doing a marvelous job.
Thank you.
I like the growth.
Thank you.
I like the comfortability of, well, like I said, comfortability. I like the fact that you are not scared to be uncomfortable.
Thank you. It's something I'm working on. Because remember, you used to try to put me on blast and be like, I would just freak out.
First of all, I didn't try to put nobody on blast.
You did put me on blast.
Try me. I attempted. I did not attempt.
I'm surprised I use that word because I don't use try very often.
But it's something that I think that a podcast can be therapeutic.
Yes, definitely.
And I say that because when my, during the whole COVID era, I went through I went through like 5 deaths, from GOP to my uncle, to my aunt, to my grandmother, and to another cousin and one of my friends. All happened within like a 5-year, 6-year period to me, and the podcasting helped me cope with that.
Yeah,
and it's a very therapeutic thing to talk about that. And if it wasn't for podcasting, I would have became a hermit or something. Just a mean, grumpy old man, and I wasn't even old enough to be a grumpy old man. I'm still grumpy as shit. I'm just not old yet.
Yeah, we appreciate that about you.
Hey, gotta be me.
Right.
So it was just it's therapeutic, and I'm glad that you found this to help you, because here's the thing: you don't know how it's going to help you, but it's going to help others more.
Right.
People will watch this and be like, well, dang, you know what? She was going through that, and I just didn't know how to voice it.
Right, yeah, that's true.
So,
because a lot of people don't know a lot about me, like, personally.
Yeah.
So, thanks to GOP, I am venturing out. So definitely miss him.
Definitely, that's my dude. Yeah. So, another thing I gotta say before we get off here, I got one word for you.
Okay.
I know you don't want to hear it though.
You better not say it. Better be something encouraging.
No danger.
Well, wonk, wonk, wonk. Bring back my co-host.
Man. We'll definitely bring him back.
Yes, bring back my co-host. Thank you, Raheem. I'm sorry. Thank you, 151.
I got ex-girlfriends, they start popping up.
Too funny.
No fault is it?
Go danger. That's so stupid.
Danger Mouse.
My gracious.
So, when you brought up danger, what was that about?
Inside joke. Inside joke. We're not promoting anyone negative on my shit.
Damn right.
Yeah.
You ain't promoting that.
No, I healed myself with Vibin with Veiga. Thank you very much. I am glad that I've been able to help other people. Like, I've had people tell me that my show did help them. Yeah, so I'm glad. I love when people contact me and they say something from my show. That's how I know you actually listen to it. Right. So.
And that's rewarding to hear people say that they have been healed.
Yeah.
Or they just took something away from something that you had presented. That's major.
I got a call from this guy. I think he lives in Colorado. Can't remember. Or maybe it was Nevada and Colorado, same thing.
No.
No. Anyway, he was over there somewhere where it's rocky. Anyway.
And Rocky was in.
No, it was somewhere like it was like mountainous Rockies or something. Anyway, I think it was Nevada actually. But anyway, he was telling me one thing that I had said on my show about letting go. I had to teach myself how to let go. Like letting go of people is actually difficult for me. I realized that I'm a people hoarder. Like I hold on to people no matter what they're doing around me or to me. I would still hold on to them, except hitting me because I don't play that. But I would take them into abuse just because they're going through something, and I would just think that I'm strong enough to to heal them or whatever. But I gave him the analogy of I saw this thing on social media where it was someone was holding a rope, and the person is like tugging the rope and it's literally cutting their hand, and they're like, at what point, like, do you let go? And I used the analogy of letting go. And when he told, we talked on the phone and he told me what I had said and how he was like, that was so good. And I was like, thank you. It made me feel really good. So I guess my thank yous would be to everybody who listens to the show.
Have you ever used somebody else's healing to help with your healing? Like you're healing somebody else, but it also helps with you being healed.
Probably so. I can't think of an example.
Okay. Okay. That was I just think that right there, the example that you just used, I think that would be like an amazing example of for me anyway.
Yeah.
I'm more personalizing it now. Where I know that I hold on to the rope.
Yeah.
To the time that it's cutting my hand.
Yeah.
But I'm still holding on to it.
But you don't want it to cut your hand and help. Like you
Right.
gotta let it go.
Exactly right. But I'm just wondering if I hear somebody say to me, "Hey, I heard you use," if I was to use that analogy,
Yeah.
if they heard me say, "Hey, I heard you use that analogy and it helped me," what that would do for me? Would that allow me to now let go of the rope?
Yeah.
Because oftentimes people who give amazing advice don't know how to take that advice.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I've realized I am one of those people.
So when I was doing Vibin with Veiga, it was an audio show. And I would have to listen to it. Not have to listen to it. I don't want you to think I didn't want to listen to it. But I would listen to it in my car, when it would come on one of the stations that I represent, Relic Radio or Next Level Radio. Shamelessly plug. But I would listen to it. And first of all, I'd be like, well, first, my voice is weird. And then second, when I hear what I would say, like, it's so funny because I know that I recorded that, but I don't even remember saying that. And it's so crazy when I hear it back, I'd be like, damn, that's good. So here I am now talking to the radio, like talking to myself. Because I always talk to the radio, which is, I don't know, weird. But I'm very weird. But like, I'll talk to the radio, like when there's a DJ on that I know, I'll text them and be like, hey, I was just talking to you on the radio. What's up? Like, I'll text the DJs while they're on air, which I love to do. I love to interrupt people while they're on air. I used to do it to you on your show all the time.
Of course, Amir. You wouldn't be the only one. I ignored those messages.
I love texting people when they're on live on the air.
I ignored my phone. There would literally be times that I would grab my phone and just throw it.
Oh, snap. Well. Yeah. It's my fault? Nah, it wasn't my fault. He'd be like, oh, Veiga text me. No, but I would always talk to them online, so they would know what I'm saying. But, I forget what we were talking about, but yeah, that's good. Good stuff. ADD.
Yeah, ADD, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also wanted to, I guess we need to start closing the show. Mm-hmm. So, you got anything you want to say? Because I forgot what I was going to say. It's in my notes right here.
So, how often are we going to be doing this? How often can they expect to hear from us or see us?
I'm waiting on my partner over here, but I'm thinking if
this partner.
Yeah, me? Yeah.
Listen, I'll make this happen. Like we can make this happen.
All right.
I'm here.
So, Vibin with Veiga Backstage is going to air in April, and
Wait, that's when this episode is going to. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time to. Yeah. I'm all in.
Like, we need a few episodes, and then we're gonna release it. And
patient.
No, I'm actually not.
No, I would put this out tomorrow.
But
so
really?
Yeah, I'm weird. Like,
but it's supposed to be my whole birthday thing.
Oh, okay.
420 birthday, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so weird that you celebrate 420. You always go 420.
In a way different way. Yeah, I mean like 420, but I don't smoke weed. I do drink, but I don't drink. Like I'm not a heavy drinker, even though I'm Irish enough to handle it. But I'm just not a heavy anything. I'm very in control of myself. I don't really do too many substances, so I'm very in control. I know y'all think I'm a square, and that's cool.
No.
Yeah, yeah. But somebody got to be, of some type of shape. So whatever. But I also wanted to talk about RAIN. So RAIN is an acronym that I always mention on my show on Vibin with Vega, and as much as I say it all the time, I never remember what it stands for. So I have to read it, y'all.
Wait,
it's so sad.
That you created?
No, it's an acronym that I found online, and it actually changed the way that I did the Vibin with Vega show.
Okay.
And because I did write it down somewhere, but anyway, so it's on my website as well. Because I don't know where it's at, y'all. But practice the acronym. Here it is. You practice the acronym RAIN. So when you use RAIN, you respond rather than react. And when I came across this article, it actually changed the way that I did the Vibin with Vega show. And then I started using the show in a way that actually could help people. And I realized I got so much feedback from the show that I have finally found my niche. Because when I first started the show, I really didn't know what I was going to talk about. Doing radio to me in the beginning was weird because I felt like I was just talking to my fish. And then, bless their little hearts, I would have to actually unplug their air so that the mic wouldn't pick it up. So I would have to record a little bit, plug them back up, and then, yeah, so people that would listen to the show from early on realized the struggles that I was going through, because in the beginning you could hear something in the background, and then the station in the UK is actually the station that helped me, Go Dust Radio in the UK. Actually, is the DJ that I was working with actually helped me figure out what it was. And he was like, "There's something in your background." And I was like, "I don't know what it could be." And it was the bubbles that were coming up from their air stones. So anyway, back to the story. The acronym RAIN, you respond rather than react. And when I first did the show about RAIN, that's when I got so much positive feedback about my show. And so I decided to change how I was doing the entire show. And that's when I started doing topics that help myself grow as a person, help myself heal, and help other people heal and grow. And so the R stands for recognize what is going on. The A is allow the situation to be there just as it is. The I is investigate the situation with kindness. And then N is natural loving awareness. And I used it every day. Wally B and I always talk about RAIN. We'll have to call each other, like if something's happening, be like, use RAIN, recognize the situation for what it is. And at the time I was in a mentally abusive relationship, and I started using RAIN, recognize the situation for what it is, investigate it with kindness, what was A, allow the situation to be there just as it is. So you can't fix it. You can't always fix a situation. Allow it to be what it is. Investigate, why is this happening? And then natural loving awareness. And it actually changed the way I think on a daily basis.
I like that. Can I offer another acronym for RAIN?
Sure. Is it something crazy?
No, it's actually perfect.
Okay.
And I think it's something that everybody should really implement. Relic always is incredible. That's
wow. I think that would change everyone's lives.
Everybody's life.
Yes. And Relic with 2 L's. Make sure you say 2 L's, not 1.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Also, I always say drink enough water for your body type. I'm a water advocate, and I always say I'm a water advocate because it was a conversation I had with GOP. And so I am a water advocate. I believe in drinking water. It does help heal. Your body needs it. And I also have water charts on my website at Veiga Entertainment. What is my website? Veiga ENT, VEIGA ENT.com. Go to VeigaENT.com, and there's water charts under Vibin with Veiga. So if you don't know how much water you need to drink on a daily basis, Google it or look on my website. Well, if you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated.
Exactly. So drink water with your thirsty ass.
Yeah. Thank you, Relic.
Yeah. What do you expect, really? Oh, this is incredible. What do you expect?
Relic is always incredible. Rain.
Always is incredible. Are you dyslexic too?
Maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It happens. So crazy. I'm hungry.
Me too. And I think that's a good place to end the show.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go
out.
get something
We
else.
hungry. Thank you for vibing with Veiga Backstage.
Yes, sir. We out.
We out. We hungry. I am hungry though. That was fun.